Why did you vote against it?
It was all. It came down to it was all spending and all tax increases. Hoppy, that's not why we came here. We know there's a deficit problem in this country. It's $16 trillion, and the president campaigned on a balanced approach. In fact, he even used the numbers himself. For every dollar in new revenue, he would cut spending 2.5. That's not what happened. Now that he was elected, we have a bill before us that was a ratio of $1 in spending cuts for every $41 in new spending. And taxes. That's not the way we're supposed to be operating here. We've got to get this debt under control.
So you voted for it. Why?
Well, I think it's a step in the right direction. It's a compromise that will grow our economy, that will protect the middle class, that will continue to provide jobs for our people. While we all would love to see the grand bargain, and I have advocated that in the past, and unfortunately, we do not live in a perfect world, and certainly not in this dysfunctional Congress. We have made incremental progress toward cutting our deficit while protecting priorities like job creation and economic growth. It's unfortunate that the theatrics of the Republican majority in the House took us to the cliff like this, caused so much angst amongst American people. But I hope that as we approach more so-called cliffs in the immediate future, that we won't see as much theatrics within the GOP politics that seem to so much to put politics above country anymore.
Why did you vote no?
Well, I just think that I have voted to extend the tax rates. I believe in that, but we have got to get a hold of the spending. This increases the debt. It does nothing on the spending side. I mean, honestly, when the deal came out, my mouth was just dropped open. And I'm thinking to myself, have we not learned that we cannot keep spending money that we don't have for future generations? And I just, that was my no vote. And I was very discouraged about it. And that's why I voted no.
But in voting no, then if the side, I asked David McKinley the same thing, if your side had prevailed, everybody's taxes would be higher today.
Well, that's true. They were higher the day I voted. And I had, I think, made very clear in my past voting, we voted to extend the tax rates in July. I've said numerous times publicly that I believe that none of the tax rates should go up. So that wasn't the issue. I mean, the permanency of the tax rates, that's good. And the permanency of the estate tax and the permanency of the fix on the AMT, absolutely. But, you know, for the president to come out and say we need a balanced approach and then have no balancing on the other side, I think there has to be a check on that. And that was the purpose of the statement of my vote. And I know there's all this, you know, brouhaha now over the debt ceiling, and we're going to, you know, fight another day. But the president's already said we're not going to move in this direction unless we raise taxes even more. I just honestly can't believe the direction that he's going after looking at the debts and deficits as far as the eye can see.